Hi, welcome to Truth with Tal and Isaac. Tal?
I'm Isaac.
And Big Al, the Albanian assassin, here tonight.
Welcome to the show, Al.
Thank you. It's an honor.
Episode number 71 coming at you tonight. Best 71 of all time. Evgeny Malkin, who's actually on the trading block. Isaac, run with off the top.
Why?
Because this is the Jordan flu game. I am seriously compromised tonight. A couple minutes ago, I was barely talking. Al pretty much had to drag me in and sit me down. Like I'm going to struggle through it, but Isaac and Al are going to have to carry me.
Okay, so Tal, make a note right now. Do you know the really iconic picture of either Jordan with the towel over his head and then Pippen carrying Jordan?
Yeah, the towel pretty much is the bucket hat.
Okay, so make a note, and you two are gonna recreate that after. So get your paper, write that down. So folks, it's gonna be we've got Pistons talk, summer league overreactions, lots of time on the Nets, and the KD Kyrie drama nonsense, whatever you want to call that. Then we're going to talk about Minions pretty soon, because that's just going to be a really fun conversation with two guys who are in on the joke and one guy who is not in on the joke.
Who can offer a lot of cultural and historical thought.
Yeah, you're going to be the viewer that's like, you're going to be the average person, like, what are these morons doing with the suits? Okay, that aside, off the tops. You wrote this down, Tal, so I'm just going to throw it out there. It's my 19th birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday, Isaac, the original OG.
Yeah.
Thank you, gentlemen. Fun birthday. Biggest birthday takeaway, casino, a lot of fun. So, like, we don't have to go into detail. Everything was good. We were safe. Everything went well. But casino is awesome. We'll take Al there when he is legal. Wimbledon sucks. Any other thoughts on Wimbledon, gentlemen?
Djokovic is great.
Djokovic is an ass. Like, get vaccinated, you jerk.
Okay, but what about the Kyrgios? We don't like him either, though.
Kyrgios also an ass, unfortunately. Although decent for tennis ratings, which they need because tennis is just, unfortunately, it's an awesome sport, but it just needs more riveting personalities because, unfortunately, the women don't seem to have a lot of them.
Well, the men just have anti-vaxxer morons, right?
Nadal's cool. Federer's a goat. Like, they've got some good guys.
And those dudes are on their way out, correct?
They've been on their way out for about 5 years.
Okay, see, at least the NBA has Luka queued up, Zion queued up, etc.
Yep.
Okay, anyways, MLB All-Star Game. Speaking of sports that are kind of dying out, Tal, try to come into picture just a little bit here, buddy.
Sure.
Nice. MLB All-Star Game, another dying sport. I don't really care about it. I never really have. Like, a couple Tigers, cool. Miggy got in because he's old. Al, any thoughts?
Not really. I mean, I watched the MLB a little bit. I saw some of the rosters, but not any big names from the Tigers, at least, that I've seen.
Just
Unfortunately, the Tigers don't have many big names other than Miggy.
Yeah.
Miggy and Soto, who blew the game yesterday, which is kind of ironic. Not a lot of sports on right now. That's why we have to go really into the trenches to find guys like Al to just put in front of you.
Oh, come on. Al, we pulled off the bench. He was a free agent. We had to pay a fair buck to get him here tonight. We think it's worth it.
Max money.
Okay, so that is going to bring us to get to know Al. So, Al, tell the people a little bit about yourself and tell them about our Thursday Night League and how our last game went. Al, take it away.
Well, actually, so how I ended up meeting Isaac was through a mutual friend. Or meeting him in person was through a mutual friend. We went to a Tigers game, which they ended up getting killed in. 7-0, was it?
There's something brutal like that.
Yeah, to the Rangers.
You got a good deal on seats.
Yeah, we did.
Good,
we did.
That's important.
Yeah. But I started watching the podcast and, I started talking to Isaac through IG DMs and...
he slid in.
Yeah.
Al respectfully slid in.
Yeah, respectfully. Told him how much I love the show. Didn't agree with some of his takes, but...
He might be one of the very few Team Isaac members out there, because there are
You're not part
many.
of Team Tal Nation?
Oh, no. I still respect Tal.
But you...
Hashtag Team Tal Nation?
Oh, of course.
Okay, good.
Never mind.
I don't know where you got that assumption from, but...
Thursday Night Basketball, tell him. Just really quick, please.
So Isaac dropped like 5 points. His team beat us.
Stop. Al and I are in a couple basketball... Actually, well, we're in one basketball league together. Opposite teams. My team played Al's team. We killed them. I really actually dropped a triple-double on Al's head.
I wouldn't say that. I'd say it was like a 13-point win. It wasn't a kill.
Okay, sorry. So we didn't kill you, but I'd still dropped a triple-double.
No.
It was close.
Were you guys guarding each other?
No.
He can't check me. He actually can't.
I had to guard.
Actually, I've seen Al can check you in Crocs.
No, I won that game.
Thank you, Tal.
Welcome.
That's all I need.
Hashtag Team Al.
Team Al and Team Tal.
Pretty close.
Oh,
Just one
man.
little special T.
It's got a nice ring to it.
Is there any other things, Al, that you should tell the people?
Go Pistons. Really.
Go Pistons.
Pistons fan? Okay, you're from Windsor and you're from the South.
I'm from Windsor, yeah.
Okay.
So, I was born in the States, though, so I've grown up a Michigan fan. Not Michigan State, for sure. I'll support all Detroit teams. Not as much the Tigers and Red Wings anymore, but diehard Pistons and Lions fan for sure.
Al is one of the few guys that like I will talk hoops with, and he can go toe to toe with me in the ring.
Good to hear.
So good job, Al. We'll test you tonight.
Thanks, sir.
So we're gonna transition to the Minions topic. Now, the Minions topic is one that Tal, do you want to tell me what you know about the Minions deal?
They love bananas. The Minions have become a cultural icon, and what they've done is they've been able to translate from a little kid's movie to appealing to kids of all ages, including young men who are dressing in suits. So I compare this in a similar way to the United States movement post-World War I when Birth of a Nation was filmed.
Dude, that's the racist one.
I know, but it had a cultural phenomenon in a bad way. This has cultural influences in a good way.
Why can't you just use like Star Wars?
I wrote Star Wars and Marvel Universe and James Bond as better comparators.
Okay, so
because Remy, who was on our last show,
yeah,
him and his buddy, every time a new James Bond movie gets out, they wear tuxes and they go to the opening night.
So Remy and his boy started this, so respect Remy. Remy was on last episode.
Yeah, Remy's hashtag Team Remy.
Al, you got a lot. Like Remy killed it.
Oh, Remy killed it.
Remy is replacing Tal soon. That contract is in the works.
Yep.
So you kind of said people are going in suits. Why are people going in suits? Do you know that?
Yeah, Legend of Gru.
It's called Rise of Gru, not Legend of Gru.
No, but because he's a legend, not the Rise of Gru. Gru's already there. Gru is a legend. People want to mimic him. People want to learn from him. People want to be him.
It really feels like so hard. You're trying to like.
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you like
zero.
the kids that are around Al and I's age who are totally in on this joke. And what this is it's an inside joke between like 12 and 19-year-olds is the way I kind of look at it. Al, we haven't even talked about the Minions thing like off the mic. I just kind of said, hey, we're going to talk about this on the show. You take it away. Let me know your thoughts on the situation.
Well, when it first started, I was kind of like, I didn't know what was going on. I was like, why are these kids showing up to the movie theaters in suits watching Minions? But I actually did some research prior to the show.
Good job.
And it said that it all started from a kid who actually was at his school's formal, and him and his friends went to the theaters to watch Minions in the same suits that they wore to formal, and they posted a TikTok about it, and it just blew up from there. And I guess that's just how
Was this in Hong Kong?
Why?
Because I saw a video of like 22 kids in Hong Kong going up an elevator in complete unison, doing this little Star Wars thingy here.
Yeah, they do this with their hands to seem like just like a business, very business-like.
Yeah, they're here.
No, just because it's like serious, like it's a serious.
It's a serious manner,
Understood. Okay.
So here's the deal with the Minions thing. It's a mix between like genuine mild excitement from like teenagers, because Al and I grew up with the Minion stuff, like Despicable Me and Minions. Like that was the perfect age. It was the summer movie. So there's a mix of like kind of being excited for it because we grew up with it, and then it's a mix of just like, this is hilarious to wear a suit to a kids movie that has a fart gun in the movie and just act serious and like applaud during parts of the film. And look, there was raves going on. I participated in Gentle Minions. I did not participate in any raves or anything bad. I just want the record to know that. So I didn't do anything bad or illegal. We went with a group of 10 dudes in suits. It was very serious. It was a press conference event. So, we were taking notes during the meeting. It was awesome. The movie's actually fun, but it was so hilarious to just like little 8-year-olds go like, why are you wearing a suit? Like they loved it. The parents also thought it was really funny. We took a lot of pictures with kids, respectfully. And
that's important. I was just about ready to attack you there.
So it's do you know what the Met Gala is?
Yeah, the fashion show.
Cal, what's the Met Gala? This will be fun.
Every year, it's an annual event where people get all jazzed up at the Metropolitan Museum of Modern Art.
Okay, that's actually more than it's just like good job, Tal. It's celebrities dressed really nice and like whatever. So this is the Met Gala.
Nicer than the three of us are dressed?
No,
that's pretty tough to beat.
We're just nice.
It's a nice pocket
that's
square, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Stop, guys. This is the Met Gala for teenagers. Is really the way to look at it. So it was a lot of fun. We also went to John Max and Walmart after, in which like literally probably 7 or 8 different people said like, hey, you guys gonna go see Minions? Like they just saw 8 kids in suits. Okay, they're going to see Minions. Even at Walmart, we did some laps around Walmart. Again, we didn't do anything bad. We just did some laps, serious manner to get our steps in.
You guys have a good take? Is it a good movie?
The movie's fun. Yeah, like
I've yet to watch it actually.
Oh,
it's an hour and a half of like fun, some fart jokes and like whatever. It's a kids movie, but it's actually like it's a very good time.
The Minions not saying actual words, but
that's the best part of the movie. They just like make sounds and like, they've got names. Is actually I really enjoyed it. It's not as good as Batman, which Tal still hasn't seen, but it's still
seen probably 3/4 of it.
Yeah, it came out like a year ago. So that's what I have on Minions. I am all for the fun. Just don't be bad. Any other thoughts on Minions, gentlemen?
I have seen some TikToks of like, especially in the UK, apparently it's a big thing to just go act like idiots when they're watching Minions, and not for that at all. I think it just ruins the trend. Like it just ruins the fun, and it just puts like a negative view on it from like an outsider's perspective, from someone like Tal. If you're gonna see that kind of stuff rather than the good, it's like makes it look worse.
Actually, I think it's a good idea, just because people have been cooped up for 2 years. This is a good way to express yourself in a respectful, fun manner and entertain little kids. Like, as long as you're not an ass, I think go for it. Do it.
Respect. And that's where we were. I just have to put this up. So that's enough with Minions. Very good conversation there, gentlemen. I'm just going to throw this out there. I went to the dry cleaners today to get some suits cleaned because I'm an adult now.
Yep.
And the account name is under Tal. So when I went up, they asked for the phone number. I gave Tal's number, and they say, "Oh, Tal?" And I usually say, "Oh, it's my dad." But I just said, "Yeah." So she's like, "All right, is this everything, Tal?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's everything." So I'm an honorary member of Team Tal Nation today.
Oh, that's
honorary, good. 1-day contract. Like when you retire with the team, you sign a 1 day.
Perfect.
This is a 1-day contract with Team Tal.
Here's the question. Did you put it on Tal's account?
Yeah. Was I not supposed to?
No. Did you pay for it?
No, not yet. You do that after you pick it up.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, I did everything good.
All right, good job.
Good job. All right. Nets talk. Al or Tal, kick things off.
Okay, Al, you go first.
Well, I mean, honestly, when the Kevin Durant trade rumors came out, or the fact that he wanted to be traded, kind of surprised me, especially after Kyrie opted in. I thought they'd give it one more year at the very least, with Kyrie having 1 year left on his contract, see how it would go with Ben Simmons and bringing Nick Claxton back, having a full year of Joe Harris. But the news came out that he wanted to be traded, and it just kind of shocked me. So, obviously out the door goes Kyrie, and the Nets are ready to just blow it up. And I mean, start with a couple of young stars that they're hoping to get for KD, but, I'm just ready to see how Brooklyn rebuilds from there, because it's going to be a big one.
So the thing is, do they want to go all in and sell KD and sell Kyrie and just get young guys and picks and just say, we're just going to be the 12 seed for the next couple of years, and then we're going to be good, hopefully by the time like the Bucks filter out? I wouldn't recommend that, Brooklyn, because if Brooklyn does that strategy...
You got Cleveland, you got the Pistons, you got Orlando coming at you.
Seriously.
Hard.
So that's the thing. If I'm Brooklyn, here's what I'm doing. I'm retaining Kevin Durant. I'm doing everything to make him happy. I'm saying, what do you want? You want Kyrie out? You want your buddy, some wash-up scrub? Now, KD is not a le GM type guy. He's not going to say, I want this and this. But if I'm, what's the Brooklyn owner? Joe Tsai or something?
Joe Tsai, yeah.
If I'm Joe Tsai, I'm going
He's a billionaire. He's
All
not
these
used to
guys are.
asking anybody for their advice.
Okay, I'm going to Kevin and saying, all right, dude, you're one of the top 5 players on the planet, easily, probably top 2, right? Like
top 2 or 3.
Giannis, KD, Luka, Steph, whatever.
Embiid?
When he's healthy.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, all right, what do you want? And I'm just going to try to make him happy. So we've got some trades. Do we want to just go into the 3 funniest teams for him to end up on? Or the 3 teams you want?
Sure. We can start with that, yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
Tal, go ahead.
Funniest teams?
Funniest, whatever you have is good. Because
Okay.
there's some funny scenarios that can happen.
There are some funny scenarios. So going to Toronto will be interesting, because Toronto does not want to trade away any of their young guys. Like, they think Barnes is the Messiah. They really do. So like, no, can't touch Barnes. But I have Gary Trent, Scotty Barnes, 2 firsts, and a pick swap for KD. The money works out.
It does work out, but again, I don't see Toronto.
I don't think Toronto will do that.
I agree. I don't think Toronto does it, but I
Yeah.
think it's a realistic scenario. And I think, now, what if you take out Barnes and you put in OG and an Obi?
Okay, so let's transition to, do you have another Raptors offer?
No, I actually don't know.
So I have a Raptors offer I don't think the Raptors include Barnes. I think they should. I think Barnes' value might be as high as it ever will be in his
I
career.
agree with you. Yep, I agree
And
with
not
you.
that he's going to get worse. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying his value right now, a 20-year-old rookie of the year guy.
They think he's a 10-time All-Star.
Yeah, defensive guy.
He might be a 3-time All-Star.
But he's certainly
I don't know if I see. Yeah, I don't see his value being that high where Toronto sees it.
I agree.
I agree.
I don't think Toronto will do that. I'm with you there. So I think this is a trade that Toronto could totally do. Siakam, OG picks, 2 to 3 firsts, maybe a swap or second. I think that is far more likely, and I think that's something Brooklyn is a really good. Like that's a really good offer for Brooklyn.
Actually, I think that trade benefits both teams.
Yeah, right. Because you can still contend now with a Kyrie Siakam duo. I like OG a lot. Like I think he's 24. I think he's gonna. He's obviously really good now, right? Stay healthy a bit, but he's a perfect kind of 3rd, 4th guy. I think. He's not going to have to do a lot of dribbling. He's going to be 3 and D.
He's
great 3.
A good role guy.
Yeah.
So I think
Sadiq
that's
Bey.
a trade. So, yeah, similar to Sadiq Bey,
yes.
right? Like Sadiq Bey in a year. Well, actually, Sadiq Bey in a year might be better than OG, but we're a little biased there. Like all 3 of us are a little biased.
So can we just talk about Sadiq Bey for a second? Like he was training in the mountains, like with Rocky. So they had to tell him, you need to chill out for a little bit because he's just killing himself, I guess.
Yeah, working on like altitude stuff. I
awesome.
read that today.
So awesome.
Love it.
So that's the Toronto side of this. I could totally see Kevin Durant in Toronto. Because here's another thing I want to throw at you guys, and I want to let you know. Like, tell me what you think. All these teams have a guy, right? So, or all these cities have a guy, and people are saying, what city is Kevin Durant the guy in? Well, he's not the guy in Brooklyn. He's not the guy in Golden State. We talked about this a while ago, Tal. What's his city?
Seattle.
People
That's
are saying
the only team that he left
Could be Washington.
on a good.
And that's one, because Washington
D.C.?
Yeah, he's from Washington.
He's from
I didn't know that.
Washington, yeah.
Okay.
And Washington, who's their guy right now? I like Denny Avdia, but it's probably not Denny.
Bradley Beal.
It's gonna be Bradley Beal until the day he leaves.
Which might be tomorrow. But he really likes it.
Not anymore. He signed that 5-year, $250.
Hacamora?
Rui
You hate
Hachimura,
Rui.
who I don't think is that good. Al, do you think Rui is that good?
He's average.
He's okay.
He's
He's
just
got a cool
average. Yeah.
So does Kevin Durant want to go to a team? Now again, he might not have say, but does he want to go to a team where he might not win a championship next year, but he will be the guy in that city? For Canada, he'll be the guy in the country. People go. If Kevin Durant comes to Toronto, it will be what happened with Kawhi times 100, because he's going to be here for 4 years. And as a fan, as a Pistons guy, I would love to see KD in Toronto. That'd be awesome. That'd be so cool. I don't think it will happen though.
At the same time, I mean, of course, KD wants to be the guy. I just don't know if the Toronto lifestyle. I don't know if he would love to be in Toronto. I
don't know. I know there's some rumors about that going on, but the people that are in Toronto, the players, they love it. Like they're worshipped there. There's a really good nightlife in Toronto. Now, who was it that
you spend a lot of nightlifes in Toronto, Tal?
Yeah, with Urban Paul and my boys. Come on.
You guys are 19, 20, how old?
We're well past the age of KD, but listen, he can hit Jerk King with us at 1:30 in the morning anytime he wants.
Okay.
Shout out Urban Paul, Glenny, Big Dave. Come on.
These are his made-up
Asian
friends.
Gary. No.
Okay.
They're fake.
Well, there's white Gary, then there's Asian Gary.
Dude.
Well, you gotta differentiate.
No, you should. No, I don't think you should. But anyways.
And my phone, it's Asian Gary.
You could make the argument he's going from Brooklyn to Toronto in the sense that weather stuff. Like if he was going from Golden State to Toronto, that's a pretty tough
Fair
adjustment.
enough.
Brooklyn, Toronto, not bad. So that's enough Toronto stuff. Let's say it. Golden State. Is there any chance he goes Golden State?
I've heard there's mutual interest. I just don't see Steph Curry taking him back, especially, after winning a 4th ring, getting his first Finals MVP. Because let's be real, if KD goes back and they win another chip, he's gonna win another Finals MVP. KD. It's not gonna be Steph.
So Golden State would have to trade all their young guys.
Yeah, they would trade their whole young core.
Do you have a mock Golden State trade out?
I actually don't. My 3 mock trades are a little different.
Okay, we'll get to those after Golden State. You take it away. I've got a Golden State trade.
Let's hear it.
And I don't know how Brooklyn can say no to this package. Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, Jordan Poole, and a couple firsts.
Now, Wiggins falls into that special rule that they can't have 2 rookies on that max 5 extension.
Yeah.
So Simmons is on that. So they could not include Wiggins as part of that package unless they include a 3rd team and trade away Ben Simmons. Boom! How's that for analysis?
Is Wiggins on a max extension?
Well, he's not on his rookie max,
From his
so
rookie
you're
max
wrong,
extension?
Tal. That's the Bam Adebayo thing, where Bam Adebayo
Yeah.
Uh-oh, what happened here?
can't go. No, we're good.
Okay, good.
So you're actually wrong there, Tal. It's
I
the
don't
Bam
think so.
Adebayo rule. I'm
Yeah, it's the
almost
Bam Adebayo-
positive. It's not. Andrew Wiggins, is not from
It's
that
called the
draft class.
Stepien rule.
Okay, Andrew Wiggins is not from the draft class, and he's not on a rookie max.
No, the second rookie max, like when you do your rookie max, like you play 4 years and then you do your
Did
rookie
Andrew
max
Wiggins not sign like
contract
a
after.
2 year 60?
He just re-signed, I think.
Thank you, Al.
Yeah, I
Tal,
think
Is
you're
he not
wrong.
one of those guys?
You're wrong, dude.
Crap.
Like
Like
nice-
Bam's on that.
Bam's
There's a
on
whole
that.
bunch of other guys.
Yeah, the
that
guy-
are-
just said.
Aiton's about to be on that.
Correct. So Tal, you're wrong.
Boom.
I'm pretty sure you're wrong.
The designated rookie rule allows teams to sign players coming off rookie contracts to 5-year extensions rather than the typical 4. A team can designate up to 2 rookies for such contracts. But there's a caveat. Only one of them can be acquired by trade.
Wiggins isn't on that.
I don't think. I really don't think he is.
Okay, let's move on.
Just an awful
Well, then if
stretch.
it's not Wiggins, it's going to be
Just a
James
minute, just a
Wiseman.
minute. Yep. I just got a call from our producer. Team Town Nation stocks plummeting. The
No
stock
way.
price- the stock price is
no
so-
way Dale would say that.
Stock prices.
Dale, come on. Last 7.
So that's the deal there. Look, Golden State won't happen. They can throw in James Wiseman, who I think had 7 fouls in 15 minutes in last summer league game. He actually looked okay, but that's a summer league thing. Are you just foul guys?
That's awesome.
So yeah, there's the Golden State. I don't think it will happen, but that would be a lot of fun.
Definitely the best package for Brooklyn out of any team in the league.
Because you can
Of
kind of
players, not picks.
you can sell yourself
Yeah.
on winning now, and then you can sell yourself on winning in 4 years. Because I think Kuminga is going to be the man. Al, mock trades. What do you have?
So first, I actually have Miami, which was one of his top 2 preferred destinations. I have the Heat getting Kevin Durant and any possible shoe-ins just to like match salaries, just like small players. For Tyler Hero, Nikola Jovic, who they just selected in the first round in this past year's draft, Duncan Robinson, Max Strus, Omer Yurtseven, 3 first-rounders and 2 pick swaps. It's a huge haul, bunch of players, bunch of young players, especially Tyler Hero just coming off a 6th Man of the Year award. Duncan Robinson being a somewhat valuable shooter when he wants to be. Max Strus. All players that, played big roles in Miami's run this year to the Eastern Conference Finals. And 3 first-rounders, which is very valuable. But
And 2 swaps?
And 2 swaps, yeah. So definitely a
haul.
massive haul.
That is a haul.
It's
The problem
what
is
you're-
it makes them kind of competitive, so you're not in full tank mode.
Yeah.
Unless you don't want Robinson, if you can make the salaries work where you don't get Robinson maybe, and you just get, hey, give me, 2 extra seconds and a swap or something along those lines. If you don't want to have Duncan on your books, right? 'Cause he's got a good
UD?
contract. UD's not. No, stop.
No, he's there. He's staying.
So that trade, correct me if I'm wrong, you have Lowry staying in Miami.
I do, yes.
Okay. Because that's one where, KD said he wants to play with Lowry.
Yeah.
Reportedly, they're Team USA guys.
Yeah.
But he's a
So
guy.
Jimmy, Lowry, KD, Bam, and me is really good.
Yeah.
Sure.
I would love that. You're probably starting at the 4 there.
I'll probably start at the 4.
Because Miami has an issue with the 4. So you'll just be you'll replace PJ Tucker.
Yep.
You'll be the PJ Tucker.
It's a big loss.
So the Miami, obviously, that's where I want him to go as a big Jimmy guy. Al's also on the Miami bandwagon
I am.
because of Hero more so.
For heroes. So I mean, I guess that takes me off the bandwagon if he's traded, but
So the Suns one is a really obvious one here. Now you're looking at something. Do you have a Suns one, Al?
I do.
Okay, hit me.
So do I.
I have Suns getting Kevin Durant for Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, DeAndre Ayton in a sign and trade, meaning that either Ben Simmons goes, because that would be a rookie max extension.
Thank you, Al, for
Nice.
using
Good
that
job.
correctly.
Yeah. 3 first rounders and 2 pick swaps. Again, a massive haul. Mikal Bridges arguably could have won Defensive Player of the Year. Great 3-and-D guy who can also score a little bit off the dribble, underratedly. Cam
Correct.
Johnson, great 3-and-D guy.
Yeah, off the bench, light it up. It'd be a 6-man.
Yeah.
That's another huge haul. And then it's does Brooklyn want to have Ayton on their books?
That's the question. I've got this basically the same draft, the same trade, but I just don't think they want Ayton. It's amazing how much Ayton's stock has dropped in the last couple months.
Or is that just teams that are trying to lowball Phoenix and see if they can get a cheaper
Probably
sign
both.
trade?
Probably both.
A little bit, but I mean, DeAndre Ayton, especially with the way he played in Game 7 against Dallas and apparently had a big feud with Monty Williams, who honestly I've never seen Monty Williams get mad at anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that definitely takes a hit on his value.
I don't want to hold Game 7 against him because that was like one of the craziest sporting games I've ever seen. Like, it was just unbelievable.
It was like Gretzky not taking a penalty shot.
But as a Luka fan, I loved it. Oh, dude. As a Luka fan, I loved it.
It was during that, even the first quarter of that game. Do you remember this is going to get a little nerdy here, but do you remember like the 32-foot step back he hit from dead on where he made the dude fall?
Cam Johnson, actually.
Was it Cam Johnson?
Yeah, that might be why he's getting traded.
I watched that play, and I had my laptop next to me, and I was with some buddies, and I said, okay, open my laptop, went on DHgate, ordered a Luka jersey right at that moment because that was so awesome. And that was his third three of the court. That was so cool.
That was right after he hit a 360 step back.
Yeah, like it's just
unheard of.
Stupid shots. The Suns won it. I don't know if he'll go. He's going to get a lot of crap if he goes to Phoenix and gets a ring with Chris Paul. Both those guys are going to get crapped on.
I don't think KD cares.
Clearly, clearly he has nothing to lose anymore. He's already one of the most.
So who does that leave them with? Obviously, Book, CP3, KD.
JaVale McGee at center, I think.
I like JaVale McGee. Did he
say? 12
no,
minutes
no.
JaVale
McGee, he went to Dallas.
I think he went to Dallas.
Oh, he did. He did, yeah.
Yeah, so that makes me the Landry Shamet, right? I'm trying to. Who's their backup one? Cameron Payne? No, Alfred Payton?
Campaign.
Yep. Who actually, I don't really like him, but he's had some good stretches.
They're gonna have Sarge back though.
Sarge is terrible. I think Sarge is so bad.
Sarge.
They love Sarge. They love Sarge up in Phoenix.
Okay. So this is the last mock trade I've prepared. Now I don't think this will happen. Al and I talked briefly. I want Kevin Durant in New Orleans. I really like the Pelicans. I love the way they're structured. I like a lot of their guys. So this trade, I think Brandon Ingram is the best player that in these trades would go to Brooklyn, right? I think Ingram is better than Hero. I think he's better than Wiggins. He's better than
better today. Yeah, you can argue that.
I think he's better than
Barnes is probably more valuable long term, but today, I agree. Ingram.
So you go Ingram. You probably go Dyson Daniels. The 8th pick in this year's draft, who I like a lot, especially New Orleans. And then New Orleans has a boatload of picks, so you go a couple firsts, 3 firsts, some swaps, whatever. I don't think New Orleans does that simply because the trajectory they're on right now is perfect. Right, they've got your Zion, your Ingram, your Herb Jones, your Dyson Daniels. I like JV for them now. I don't think it'll happen, but it's just a fun one I want to throw out there. Like KD and Zion. Unbelievable. Like, it just gets me so. I love Zion, right? So there's that, and then there's the Grizzlies one, who they've been thrown around out there. Just young team, maybe needs another guy next to Ja. In this case, Ja would be the guy next to KD, obviously.
Right.
But just a couple teams out there. I have no idea what's going to happen. I think he'll stay in Brooklyn. Any other
for the year?
For the time being. For the foreseeable future. I think maybe they move him at some point.
I agree. I don't think they trade him anytime soon because the market doesn't seem to be super hot. There's a bunch of scenarios with 3 and 4 team trades where they've got like some crappy teams taking on contracts and taking on Simmons to move him out. It's going to be really interesting. It would be fun to see a Pacers or a Houston or an OKC who've got lots of money just say, okay, I'm going to take some stuff and see where KD goes.
Now actually, they're saying the Pacers are going to go for Ayton.
Which seems goofy.
Yeah, I heard that today he's going to sign.
Yeah, apparently it's...
Windy said it will happen in the next couple of days, which is just goofy. It
doesn't really make sense.
Just spending money to spend money.
They're trying to be relevant, I guess. I don't know, because DeAndre Ayton's not
he's
box office. He's soft.
Similar to Turner.
He's soft.
He's similar to Turner. I like Ayton a lot, but I don't know what's the difference going from Turner to Ayton. I don't totally get that.
Yeah, because Turner's out too. He'll get traded eventually, so they're just swapping. I mean, Ayton will be better than Turner, but
agreed.
He's not gonna change your franchise.
4 points a game extra, a couple boards, and a block.
Yeah, I personally think he's soft too, especially watching that Phoenix and Dallas series where
I like Ayton a lot, but that series was a tough series for him. Right,
dude. Dwight Powell made him like Dwight. They play a small lineup half the time, and then when Dwight Powell's in, DeAndre Ayton just did not capitalize.
Dwight Powell gave him some work.
Yeah, he did.
Anything else on Kevin Durant before we move on to Dr. Kyrie Irving?
I just want to throw one more Kevin Durant trade in. It's a blockbuster one.
Why are you laughing? Where's this going?
The Lakers.
Stop. No.
Hey, let's hear it.
The Lakers getting Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving.
Oh my gosh.
For Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, THT, 2027 first and 2029 first. Now, listen, obviously it's ridiculous. Will not happen. Like 99.99% won't happen. But
So you're saying there's a chance?
There is a chance. 0.01, whatever you want to call it. Wendy reported it last week, I think. Katie and Kyrie apparently do not have any bad blood towards each other. It's just the situation in Brooklyn, I guess. And so I guess if they wanted to stay together, LA is the only team that can take on both of those huge contracts by trading another two massive contracts in AD and Russ, and then throwing in THT.
Are you done? Can we? I hate this so
Why?
much. Shut up.
I'm a LeBron fan.
He's a LeBron. What did I say?
LeBron?
Yeah.
When we
Why'd you allow him in this house?
So when Al and I
This
talked,
is the true studios. We need to know that stuff before he walks into the studio.
So
Man.
when Al and I talk ball, the two things that are off limits. Do you remember them, Al?
LeBron.
Yeah, and
Kevin Durant.
the Warriors, because we disagree on the Warriors.
I'm
pro
and Kevin
Warriors.
Durant. You like Kevin Durant? I can't stand Kevin Durant.
Katie and I go back and forth, but
Yeah.
enough Lakers radicalism talk. I'm not talking that.
I don't know. I like the idea, but that'd be a fun trio.
We're talking about Dr. Kyrie Irving here, very intelligent man. Okay, so Kyrie. So here's the deal with Kyrie. What is his trade value? That, I think, is the biggest question I have when I think about Kyrie, because there's two reasons. Reason number one is he thinks he is a doctor. There's the earth stuff, there's the vaccine stuff, there's the whatever. There's the mental side of Kyrie. And then the second reason is, not only did Rudy Gobert invent COVID, he screwed up the trade market in this year's class by doing this ridiculous, and I don't want to blame Gobert, but you know what I mean, right? The 9 assets and the 6 first rounders, essentially. To Gobert, that shifts everyone's value up like 3 first rounders.
Yeah.
So those are the two biggest reasons why I think the Kyrie value is so. Don't post this right now, Tal. If that's what you're gonna do, just save that in the vault because we'll use it later.
I'm doing it.
Okay, thank you. So that's the thing with Kyrie. Where do I want to see him go? I'll leave it. I'm not going to say where. I'll say later. I'll go ahead and talk about the doc.
The doc, sure. Kyrie, obviously, his value is, and I mean, for any player with an expiring contract, and he's making $36 million. That's a lot of money. Mm-hmm. A player that can't be trusted, even with his best friend Kevin Durant, on a team that had championship aspirations. He's just not someone that you can trust right now, and so that just lowers his stock even less. But I think, if we're being real, the only team that'll take him, and I know you guys will hate it, it's the Lakers. It's the truth. They're desperate. That's why it's called it. They're desperate. LeBron's leaving soon. Give him 2 more years at most.
You posted that on your personal?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not using that for the account. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Al.
The Lakers are desperate. LeBron wants his buddy back. They're trying to win some championships before LeBron leaves and just goes play with his son for a year. So I think the only team that'll take on Kyrie and his BS is the Lakers, if we're being real.
Enough Lakers talk.
That's the truth, actually.
It is.
That's the only team that is interested.
Al, that was a good soliloquy there. Here's the deal. I hate LA. I hate Kyrie. I stop. I don't want to even think about that.
Keep moving.
I want to see him go to... Here are the teams that I wrote down where I want to see him go. Ready? First team, the Knicks. I want to see him get crapped on by the New York media market. That'd be hilarious. Even more so, right? Because then you've got Brooklyn fans hating him. That'd just be awesome. To just go play 20 minutes away or whatever. I think that's funny. I want to see him go to Sacramento. Because Sacramento's a joke of a franchise and Kyrie's a joke of a human with no due respect. I want to see him there. I want to see him in Orlando. Because I think Orlando kind of sucks. And it would be funny to watch him screw up.
Who wants to be in Orlando?
It'd be funny to watch him screw up.
All the Michigan guys.
It'd be funny to watch him screw up
True.
Paulo's development. That'd be hilarious. I want to see him in Houston, because Houston sucks and they're just young punks, and Kyrie would just get in fights with Kevin Porter Jr. They'd throw soup at each other.
Jalen Green.
Jalen Green, we don't talk about him.
Punk.
We don't say his name. And then the Clippers, just because I want morons like you to get butthurt if he goes to a different LA team. And I want to see Steve Ballmer, the Clippers owner, really excited, clapping, getting all red if Kyrie goes to the Clippers. Like he did, 3 years ago, and nothing came from that?
Then he'll blow things up.
Yeah, right? Really excited. If you guys, what I'm referencing, go look at Steve Ballmer really excited.
He is. Yeah, he's me if I owned a franchise.
Basically, the Clippers owner, billionaire guy.
Actually, if I was a billionaire. Because if I was a billionaire, I would absolutely own the franchise.
Okay. What franchise?
Pistons.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. All right.
It's a silly question.
I just wouldn't trust him running my favorite franchise, but that's fine. That's where I want to see him go. I don't have a ton on Kyrie other than I hate him and he should get vaccinated and I hope he goes to a crappy team.
I have three options for Kyrie. 1, Lakers. 2, China. 3, Russia.
Okay. What would he be? Is he playing basketball in Russia? Where are you putting him?
He's playing Russia.
No. Is he playing basketball in Russia?
Yeah, he's playing in the Siberian Men's Winter League.
Okay.
It's wonderful.
Okay.
Courtside seats.
I bet Kyrie would be good buddies with Putin.
Probably would. They
would-
share similar beliefs.
Those two would get along.
Yeah, they travel to North Korea.
Okay. Kyrie, Shanghai Sharks. Anything else on the doctor?
Oh, let's talk about the Pistons.
Excellent. Go ahead, gentlemen.
So, the Pistons, obviously great young core. They're playing Summer League right now. Got Beef Stew, Jaden Ivey. I just wanted to see Cade play one game just because I'm so eager to see them play.
I just wanted
together.
5 minutes of him bullying.
5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. But, Durant's in. And honestly, dude, I can't say it enough. I've been saying it since the draft. I can't wait for, the next 5 years. Even just, until October, I can't wait. But for the next 5 years, when we actually start contending, dude, I can't wait. We have the best young backcourt in the NBA to pair along with Sadiq Bey, great 3-and-D guy. Going to be sort of like an Andrew Wiggins, like we said. Jalen Duren, got a great young team.
I agree. So the Summer League is pretty much like AAU. They don't play a lot of D. It's street ball. It's not the best playmakers. I don't care. I'm so excited by the Summer League play. I was only able to watch 5 minutes of Ivy on Saturday before that punk
Isaiah Todd, who Pistons Twitter wants to murder.
He's going to get murdered. Sorry, I don't mean that in real life. I mean murder on the basketball court, basketball-wise.
That was Tal. For those listening,
yeah, sorry,
Al and I are good.
Sorry, Team Foundation. I got a little excited there. I don't think there's anybody who I would rather have over Ivy in the draft. Holmgren, Punch, Paulo, all those guys.
Maybe Paolo. Maybe.
I don't know. So awesome. His player comp is Jaw. He's already hitting the step back threes. He can just take you to the rack and then just jump over and around everybody. He's going to be so awesome. Duran is going to take him a while before he gets going, but he's going to be great. Pistons are going to be so good.
Okay. So I'm going to just try to get us back to earth here, guys. Pistons are going to be an 11 seed this year, probably. They're not going to be very good.
That's fine with me.
It'll be so exciting, though.
They're going to be the most fun team to watch.
I'm going opening night, and I'm going nuts, and my voice is going to last about 2 minutes of that game just because I'm going to be screaming for Cade.
We should probably be strategic, because if I go that night, we just need to tape a couple episodes prior to.
Oh, dude, no, you're going to, if you're still,
I'll be on IR for about 6 weeks.
Duran is going to rival for my second favorite Piston behind Cade. I loved him when they drafted him. I love everything I've seen from him so far.
He loves to block.
It's Dwight Howard.
Volleyball spikes.
It's Orlando Dwight. Just he just jumps out of the gym. He's so dominant in the paint. He works hard. Duran is a hard worker. He showed some promise with his jump shot.
Okay, is his player comp Dwight Howard?
I'd say so.
Probably.
He's very raw talent. He's
Capella?
That's insulting.
Yeah,
I think he's more athletic.
Way more athletic. He's
Thank you,
6'11". What is he? 240.
Yeah, and 7'5" wingspan or something stupid.
Jumps out the gym.
Yeah, the Clint Capella take there was pretty poor.
When's your birthday?
September 2nd.
Okay, so you're older than him.
Yeah.
And you're older than him.
Yeah.
Yes, we are both older.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
awesome.
That's stupid. Jaden Ivey, he's very fun. He's awesome in transition. Sometimes he's too fast for his own good, which I like. That's actually a good problem to have. In transition, he is going to be unstoppable. I just want to it's going to be Jaw meets D Mitch, kind of like you said.
Young Westbrook, maybe.
Again, that's insulting.
If he wasn't such an ass, I'd agree with you from an athletic and a tenacity perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I also noticed it didn't take long to realize that Ivy operates best when spacing is around him, so he can just work in the paint and snake through lanes, similar to Cade, kind of. So that's why I like to have a couple shooters out there with him. And speaking of shooters, Isaiah Stewart,
Beef Stew, Beef Stew can really develop that three-point shot, because he athletically just can't finish well around the rim. He just doesn't have that skill. That's okay. Bomb threes. Play tough D and bomb threes.
He is my dream starting power forward opening night when I am there. I don't think they start him at the 4 next to Duran. I don't expect that to happen. That is my dream. I think this is a season to experiment with these types of things. I will trust Troy Weaver. Whatever Troy does, I will trust. I want Stu at the 4 next to Duran, and Livers, obviously Michigan guys. Actually, I'll let Al, you go ahead about Livers.
Yeah, so as a diehard Michigan fan, I've watched Isaiah Livers all 4 years that he was at Michigan. He developed so much, actually. When he first got there, he just was a spot-up three-point shooter. And, I mean, that's what he's going to be in the NBA. But in college, he showed that he can get to the rack a little bit, and he's just a decent scorer. And he's a great defender, works his tail off. So, he's a player to be excited for.
Now, here's something about Jalen Durant. I think Livers is going to be great. But the Durant issue is he's going to be a guy that's going to get in foul trouble. Oh. Just watching him play for a few minutes, he's sometimes too aggressive. And this is partly why I love him. He's going to get in foul trouble, and we're going to get really frustrated. Cade Cunningham stat predictions, he's going to put up like 27 and 7, I think. I really do.
This year?
Cade is going to put up 27 and 7.
Oh, I thought you said 27 and 7.
No, that's in like next year. That's the year after that.
Yeah. Is he going to be an all-star next year?
No.
Year after?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably, yeah. Maybe he can make the All-Star team just like LaMelo did. Maybe like a shoe-in.
He's better than LaMelo right now. I will have that conversation with any LaMelo supporter. I really will. Watch 2 minutes of LaMelo and watch 2 minutes of Cade and be like, yeah, I want that guy. And you're not pointing out
Cade is
LaMelo.
much more mature in his...
Smarter.
Yeah, smarter.
And he's a year
And he's a better defender.
Yeah.
And he's a good guy. And he's a good father, Cade. He's a really good father. I love his live streams on Instagram with his daughter. But that aside, I have nothing about the Pistons other than I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Okay, Al, thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate it.
Oh, Al's got some topics for us.
Oh, you got topics. That's
Yeah.
right.
That's how we close in 5
Al,
minutes.
hit it, Al.
All right, so I'm going to start off with top 3 sports jerseys of all time. Or if you want to just...
Teams
your best.
or people?
Teams.
Okay.
Tal, you do football, I'll do basketball? Or the other way around?
You can do a mix if you want to. It doesn't really matter, but...
Al, do you have your jerseys?
I do.
Okay, tell the people. I need to think.
For me, I have the vintage Magic jerseys from Shaq's era.
Good shout.
Yeah, that one was great. I actually want to buy one myself. I just think I'd look goofy wearing a Shaquille O'Neal jersey.
You would look goofy.
Yeah, so the Pistons teal jerseys, which I hope they bring back this year.
I think next year, though.
Is it next year?
That's my prediction.
It's rumored to be coming back, so, excited for that. And lastly is the Raptors Barney jerseys, the dinosaur jerseys from T-Mac and Vince Carter's time. Those were amazing. Great colors and great logo on it, to be honest. So, yeah.
Okay, Tal, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to go a little old school because that's my demographic that I represent. The Dallas Cowboys in the 70s and 80s with Danny White, Ed Too Tall Jones. That was a classic jersey.
The same jersey that I have now, dude.
Yeah, I know, but that's how I became fans of them. The Chargers with Dan Feltz and the powder blue. Those are sweet. And then another classic that's never changed, the wing wheel. That's just an awesome classic jersey.
Okay, I will
never
powder
disagree.
blue Chargers. This is just a good shout. A football one. The old school Rams jerseys. Greatest show on turf.
Those were good.
Those Kurt Warner jerseys I think are awesome. Okay, there's some jerseys. Al, what else you got for us?
Okay. The greatest playoff performance in NBA history.
Am I allowed to say Jimmy Butler Game 5 against LeBron? I won't, but I'm just wondering. I'm not going to say it. I was just wondering.
It's notable. It's notable. But
how many are we doing here?
Just one. Just the single best.
Ever?
Boy, that's tough.
From mine, so mine is LeBron's 51, 8-8. Even though it was a loss, I don't care if it was a loss. JR's an idiot. JR doesn't know the score. That I put that just because I watched it live and I've never seen someone so dumb. He made every big play.
He was amazing.
He shot 60% from the field, shot 91% from the free throw line, and held Kevin Durant.
So you think this is one of the best, right? Or maybe the best, right?
I would argue it's the best.
And they won that game, right?
No.
Oh wait, sorry, they lost.
Dude,
that was just okay. No, that's all I have to say.
Okay.
That's all I just.
KD shot 8 for 22.
And he lost, or did he win?
Well,
okay. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Al. I've got two. I'm gonna do the new one. Giannis Game 6, close out the finals. 50 points, unbelievable offense, defense. That was so much fun. That whole series was great, but that closeout game, and then Giannis ordering 50 nuggets the next day.
What did he have? 5 blocks?
Something stupid.
10 rebounds, 5 blocks.
That was so awesome. I don't have his stats in front of me, but that Giannis game, And then the Isaiah Thomas ankle game.
They
lost that game. So I'm not going to say it was the best because that's stupid to say if they lost it was the best. So that's what I'm saying, Giannis. I just wanted to let that
Actually, it's funny. I have my 2 honorable mentions are both losses. The Isaiah sprained ankle and the Michael Jordan 63 points. That was amazing.
That was actually,
but my pick is actually Magic Johnson when he had to play center, but then also point guard. 42 points, 15 boards, I think.
7 assists.
7 or 8 dimes. He was amazing.
That was the junior skyhook game,
and he was a rookie. No, the junior skyhook game was about 3 years after that.
That was
actually, probably 5 or 6 years after that.
That was against the Celtics, right?
Yep.
This one was against the Sixers.
All right, good job, Val.
Yeah,
now we're even.
But Magic as a rookie, it was pretty cool because he had just won the championship against Bird.
When?
So,
79.
Okay, it was 79. When
did he was just going to say when. Did anybody ask about that? Because he was like, nobody asked.
I was about to leave the show.
Those are good shouts, gentlemen. Those are actually quite good.
Okay, good question.
Another one, Al?
Best young cores in the NBA.
Dude.
Other than the Pistons, we already know that.
Cleveland. I love Cleveland.
Yeah.
Cleveland and New Orleans are going to be my 2 answers. I think they're borderline playoff teams. Like, I think they're both going to be playoff teams next year.
Pelicans
they're not going to contend.
Actually, weren't they? Yeah,
the Pelicans were.
Yeah.
And then it depends how you want to look at the Cavs, right? They lost to super team Brooklyn in the play-in, but Cleveland and New Orleans.
If you're thinking the next couple of years, I agree with you, but I'm thinking a little bit further down the road. Teams like Sacramento, OKC, and Orlando are going to be fun to watch.
Sacramento might be a stretch.
I don't know. Sacramento's fine. They have a
they'll
roster.
be entertaining. I mean, they'll be good for Sacramento, which means they'll be an 8 seed, which is actually like a victory parade down the whole deal. But OKC with Lou Dort and Shea and Holmgren and then 75 first-round picks, they're going to get some guys.
Lou Dort is making like $18.5 million a year. Just putting that.
Yeah, that new contract. Yeah, I was gonna throw in the Hawks and actually.
I don't like Hawks.
No.
Trae Young, DeAndre Hunt.
Although Hawks and
they just got DeJounte Murray.
Clint Capella is basically Jalen Duren, from what I hear. So you've got that good young
player. No, it's disrespectful to Jalen Duren.
I just want to throw one more in that I think goes very under the radar is the Warriors.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well done, Al.
Jordan Poole, Moses Moody, who's lighting up the summer league right now.
Moody.
Yeah. They got Kuminga, who I think can turn into a
and Wiseman.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about Kuminga. Like separate. I am so high on Kuminga.
You're
a smart
guy. I've been watching Kuminga since high school.
Their bench this year is going to be crazy.
Yeah. Kuminga, I've been watching him since high school. He was ranked number 1 in his class. He moved up a year, and he's still playing great as a rookie.
Yeah, nerd.
Yeah.
No, I love the high school stuff. He will pull out like Wendell Carter Jr. high school thing. Respect.
How was Amani Bates in high school?
How's he doing now?
Central Michigan? He was good in grade 10.
Eastern.
He peaked in grade 10.
Yeah, I know.
And his dad made a high school of 12 guys to play basketball.
His dad is a loon. Yeah. So we won't even talk about him.
Last question, Al. What do you got for the people? Do you have one more or no?
I do.
Okay, heavy.
This one is not even sports related. Top 3 Adam Sandler movies.
What an excellent question.
Oh, good question.
Can I say Hustle 3 times? I love
That's
Hustle.
actually one of mine because I actually loved it.
Let's see. So I'm gonna guess my dad's. Waterboy is gonna be 1.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have Billy Madison that high? Or Happy Gilmore? You're gonna have one of those 2.
I have both of those. And then Hustle.
Because you have those 2 and then Hustle?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go Hustle. I love it. I'll go Hustle, Waterboy, and then probably Billy Madison. I think Billy Madison I like more. But there's so many. That's a tough one.
Waterboy, Happy, Hustle.
No Grown Ups love. I love Grown Ups.
Grown Ups is good too.
It was good.
I like those.
Billy Madison just cracked me up the first time.
Billy Madison was awesome, and I didn't even make it my top 3.
Yeah.
Okay, Al, great job. Anything else to the people before we close off?
Pistons 2027 champions. That's all I got to say.
27 is the year.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, Al, thanks for joining us on the show. You did well. You kept up. Good job, everybody. Peace out.
Good job with the flu game, Tal.